Alright, if you're watching this, it means you're stuck on the homework, and I want to make sure you understand even if I'm not here. So let's see if we can do some of these problems kind of together. Again, shoot me an email or text if you have certain questions. Alright, so let's look at the very first problem. We're going to be using UPSAL if we want to say that. Every time I'm going to ask you what do we have that we can understand. Let's plan it, let's solve it, and then can we look back to see if it makes sense. It's a really good strategy when problems get more difficult, so that's what I want to model and share. So it says find the area. And so let's look at what we have. We have here that the radius is 8 centimeters. And we only want part of it. We want 315 degrees out of 360. So that's our ratio. Okay. Usually to set this up, to get area, we would do pi r squared. But because we don't want the whole thing, we only want part, we times it by 315 over 360. Alright, so let's just multiply it out. So we've got 8 squared times times pi times 315 divided by 360. So again, here's our area of the whole. We want just our part, and there we go. 175, 9, and rounds up to 3. This is centimeters squared. Alright, let's see, does it make sense? Let's see here. So let's look at the answer. We've got 64 pi. So that would be the total. 315 is most of it, so yes, it makes sense. Alright, let's try the next one. Now the next one asks us for the arc. So instead of using area, we're finding perimeter. Again, we have the radius, so we've got that as 10 meters. Well, we want part, and we want this E to F. So we want this part right here. So that's 120 degrees out of 360. Alright, let's set it up. We want just the arc length again. So that's 2 pi r, so that's 12, times 120 out of 360. Again, maybe I could have written that over here, like just write out the formula again. So 2 pi r times the percent is really what we're doing. This one we did pi r squared times the percent because this was part of an area. This is part of the arc. Alright, let's multiply it out. 2 pi times 12 times our ratio 120 divided by 360 gives us 25.13 meters, and it's not squared because we only used 1 meters. This was the only meters that we had. Here we had 2 sets of centimeters, that's why we got centimeters squared. Here we just have 1 meter. Let's see, does it make sense? Let's just do 12 times 2 times pi. That was the whole thing. 120 is just a part, so yeah, it makes sense. Alright, so I'm hoping that doing these two problems gives you a sense. Again, this right here is arc, so it would be very similar to number 2. And this last one here, again, we're finding length, so it actually will be very, very similar to this one as well. Alright, good luck. Ask me any questions if you get stuck.